We're doing AI news, digital homesteading news, and then at the end we do a live Q&A. So thank you for joining us for my regulars. And for those of you that are new here, I am Friar Tuck. I have been homeless for the last couple of years, and now I became the digital economy and now the assistance of AI. I now have a place to call home, and I am digital homesteading. What is digital homesteading? Digital homesteading is when you're using the online economy, whether it be a website, Google My Business, apps, online, doesn't matter. If you're making your money online, hey, what's going on? I've been live for a couple of minutes now. So, oh, okay. Um, okay. For some reason, well, it says I've got 3 bars. I don't know what all is going on. Samantha, knock it off. You're gonna have to wait, okay? But let me get this in because I want to. You just don't care, do you, dog? I say no, since you can't listen. Um, okay. So the first thing that I gotta do is I gotta kind of get this thing up and running. Okay. So what we're gonna have tonight is I'm just gonna have hamburger mac. It's just a matter of um, yeah. But this is like got to be like 7% fat on the beef. This beef is not as fatty as I need it to be. So I need some of that fat. I'm actually having to. Anyways, so as you guys are popping in, I am getting started here. So what's going on in the AI world? Well, there's kind of a lot going on in the AI world right now. One of the big things that's going on is have you guys seen the ads where this guy says, "I'll share with you all my trades," da 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 da. But if you listen closely, he doesn't say live stream. He says my live stream, and that's how I figured out. Oh wait, that's an AI. It took me a minute. I kept watching because at first, at first glance, these digital. What's up, Chris? Nice to see you, buddy. What's up, Beth? Nice to see you. Um, yeah, well, we've been having snow and hail off and on all day, actually since yesterday. So hold on, I need to get this started. Yeah, now that that's going. Yeah, once all this stuff gets going, I pretty much stand back and like let it cook. I just gotta. I almost was late because I was doing dishes before I got started. But anyways, they have these AI. I forget what their exact words is, but avatars is what they are. Avatars. So now all of a sudden, the job of the content creator is going to be changing and changing real quick. So even me, I have to keep myself relevant to AI because a lot of these companies, if they have an AI avatar that can do all the video content and pop out 1,000 videos, and no, not pop out 1,000 videos. Let's say pop out a couple hundred videos with maybe about 2 hours worth of work, and then that's your whole advertising campaign for the for the year, and that's kind of scary because what is it that means that like sponsorships and stuff like that are out the door. But also the thing is people want something real. A lot of what they're going to be using it for is for the ads. So like when you guys come up here and you guys get served with an ad, um, it's about whether or not there's an avatar that is the person in that ad. They're talking about being able to use it for Zoom meetings, um, and to be able to couple it with your agent, with your AI agent. So now you've got 11 labs that can clone your voice. You've got this new company that's just out and about. You'll probably hear about it in a few weeks because they'll make national news. I forget what the name of the company is, but So you've got the avatar, and then you've got the AI agent. At that point in time, I was watching something by a content creator that I watch pretty regular, and he was talking about how Bill Gates is saying that in the next 5 to 10 years, humans won't even be necessary. I mean, most of the jobs of humans will be automated. And I mean, here's the thing. Other than they've got to train these things, so it's not like it's like so you're probably thinking this is a lot like Chat GPT, and it's not. Okay. Um, if you followed my instructions when I did that bot press, where I kind of showed what I did and kind of how I got there, and I created the Fryer bot. Well, think of it this way: these guys are putting together prompts that will get the AI to kind of understand you. So to be able to set up this avatar, it takes the guy said it took them about 4 minutes, but they say between 2 to 4 minutes to set it up. It's going to have it's going to have your tones, your pitch, your sound, everything else like that. Because I'm sure that they're coupled with 11 labs on that. But even if you wanted to make it yourself, now is this something new? Um, for AI, it is, but it's not new in the content creator world because way back when I first started, that was a big thing with the Adobe suite. That especially if you wanted to do like lots of live streams, you could go into Adobe and you could go into the character animator and create your own characters. It's just kind of what kind of design, what kind of oops, what kind of design eye for design do you have to be able to create something like that? And they even taught you how to upload pictures of yourself to create it. But you could tell it was animated because the way that the technology was is it was animated. So like you probably see some cartoon figures and stuff like that that sit there and talk. I actually did a video doing that with a character animator. It was kind of fun. Okay, but calls you rebel, yes. Bot press, yes. Um, it's been 75 degrees. Wow, in Jersey. Uh, Word mispronunciation in AI. Yes. Uh, it's just it's a matter like there's a lot of stuff and there's a lot of moving parts. So how is this going to affect you in the job world? This is going to be very disruptive to you because if you need to do sales meetings, well, you know what? The bot can do it, and it can do 1,000. The avatar can do it, and it can do 1,000 meetings at once. Can you imagine what you could if you could technically get that many meetings instead of like having people wait? Just be able to streamline it because you have an avatar to where they get that meeting right then, right there. It already knows you because it's been trained based upon your personality, habits, and stuff like that. There's still a long ways to go, but they're pretty far along just in this process. And this is just the beginning. This is LLM. We haven't even gotten to the point where we can create something that's going to be autonomous. It's not necessarily autonomous at this point in time. It's narrow. We're in the stage of narrow AI. And with narrow AI, it does a specific function, it does it well, and it does it better than humans. When we start getting to a point where your artificial intelligence is able to self-teach itself and fill multiple roles with multiple hats at the same time, no, LLM is narrow AI. Okay, so all the AI we see, whether it be the chatbot, whether it be the agent and stuff like that, it's narrow because it's meant for one specific process. When you have when you have a bot that can come in and take care of your house, go to work, do your job for you, and then all of a sudden figure out a problem for your child, all of a sudden that's what you get is like that's AGI, artificial general intelligence. But in order, from what they're saying, at least what the experts are saying, is in order to get to that point, we're going to have to create a whole new language because right now we're working on LLMs, which is large language models, which is just compiling data. Now we have those. Those LLMs will probably help teach the next generation of language for AI. But if you are going to get into programming at any point now or in the next 5 years, you should be looking at at learning the most up-to-date, newest language, because they're gonna have to create a new language for this. So it's best that you just kind of keep up to date with it as best you can. Mm, mm. It's got great flavor. But so do you guys have any questions about this? Because this is pretty big. I mean, you're getting rid of sales, you're getting rid of customer service. Um, you're getting rid of a lot of the face-to-face contact. You could, if you tried hard enough with what's out there right now, you could start a business, have your avatar be your be your the face of your business, have AI run everything behind it, and all you are is just a managing employee. And I think that that's pretty much going to be what employment of the future is going to be, as we need you to run this location, to run all these different bots, to make sure that they're all doing right, and to do some error checking. So all you're going to be doing is just checking, just to have the human eyes on it, until they get to a point where they no longer need human eyes. But what does that mean for future human employment? I think you're going to have to figure out a whole different way to make money. I think online is going to be the key. How you do it online, it's changing every day. I mean, to be able to as a content creator, to have that avatar as my competition, right now it may not be a big deal. But in 2 years, it's going to be a big deal, because I'm going to be competing for views. You're going to have people that are going to be running channels off of that. And so therefore they automate the whole process. And they're just kind of sitting there administering it and collecting the funds. I mean, it's really weird to see how this is kind of turning out, because this is kind of this release of this avatar is a big deal. You guys will understand it in a while, but in my opinion, I think it's an extremely big deal. What's up, Tricky Dick? Nice to see you, buddy. Just so you know, okay. So Rails got the first entry. He's got 4 tickets. So how do you get tickets? And what are the prizes? Okay, so you get a ticket by putting $10 either in the super chat or super thanks, whether it's during the live stream or behind. You can get there's no cap on tickets. You can put as many in as you want. So if you want to buy 5 tickets, $50, go ahead, do it. But the thing is, others, if you want to get bonus tickets, if you come over to Patreon and do the digital homesteader or the sovereign operator, you'll get double the tickets. So instead of getting 1 or 2 tickets, you'll get 2 or 4 tickets. And then over here, because I kind of changed some things up. So instead of charging $9.99 for what I wanted to charge for the podcast, I just left it in the $2.99 membership, left everybody there. So if you're in that membership, you now have your main perk is to be there for the podcast, to be able to chat. $2.99 a month. I think that's a smoking deal. But okay, so and you get 2 tickets for doing that. So Rails put $20 in the super chat yesterday. That gave him 2 tickets, and then he bought a membership yesterday, which gave him another 2 tickets. So he's got 4 tickets. This is how you stack tickets. This is how you get it up. What are the prizes? First prize is a free membership of a sovereign operator, which is the top tier over on Patreon. Plus you get a $20 or $25 digital download product, absolutely free. This is part of your prize. If you are in second place, you get a digital bundle or a digital download that I have not yet released. You get first to that. So Beth, you actually are second prize. Bucknut was first prize this month. He and I just got him out his stuff. Let me know if you're having any issues with that, Bucknut. With that being said, so that's second prize, and then third prize is a membership to the digital homesteader. over on Patreon. So it's a free month membership. Now, if you're already a big member, you get a 90% off coupon. If you're in the whichever one that you do. Okay, so that is the gifts are meant to be, so like top prize is worth about $40, and second prize is worth $20, and third prize is worth $10. Okay, that's the numerical value of this. So when you guys put stuff into the super chat, or you come over and you get one of the memberships over on Patreon, not only will you get recognition, but you'll get entered in for the raffle. We hold the raffle the first of this month. I'm going to do a post over in the community tab. I've already got the picture taken and stuff like that of like who won, and I've already got set up. I just haven't posted it yet in the community tab. But I'm going to go ahead and do a shout out to all three of the members. So Beth, I need to know from you: do you want the AT bundle, or do you want the Washington DC bundle? Let me know that, and then from there, what I can do is I can just send it to you direct message through Patreon. Okay. So, and that's actually how Beth got her entries, is she became a digital homesteader, and she got 2 entries, and that got her second prize. So, oh, you want the DC pictures? Okay, I'm gonna have to work on uploading those tonight. I figured you'd want the AT picture, so I kind of got them pre-positioned. But I'll get the DC pictures done tonight, because I got some nice pictures of the White House too, and there'll be videos that'll be included with this as well. So, okay, so this is ready to go. I just need to do one thing, which is where is my water? I got to make some powdered milk so that I can, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn that off for right now, just because it's warm in here. Yeah, as soon as the sun goes down, it's gonna be freezing and ice over. So, been trying to stay warm for most of the day. But anyways, so now that let's talk about digital homesteading. What is digital homesteading? That means you make your money online or in the digital thing, in the digital realm. Okay. So I mean, I haven't gotten to the part where I've got any news articles. What I can do is I can offer some advice, talk about it. You guys ain't got any questions, but we're pretty much just going to go into open live Q&A. So for those of you who have questions, make sure you put them in all caps so that I can read them. Chat goes by fast. I haven't been reading it for a while, so I need to kind of yeah, that's the thing about this stuff, is you got to really mix it. Like when I get my food stamps come in tomorrow, so when I get Nido, I will that stuff just dissolves instantly. The colder the water, the quicker the thing. But now I can make myself a cup of coffee. Okay, so got the milk. So let me do this. Okay, put this in here. Ha, yeah. So I don't have any butter, so I'm just gonna use I'm gonna use what I got from the beef as my oil, but I am gonna put some milk in it. All right, got the cheese. Oops. And so anyways, how are you guys doing today? It's been a long week, but it's still been a pretty good week. I think that should be. I gotta tell you though, this milk doesn't taste that bad though. So let's see what we got here. Let's put the beef in here. Oh yeah. So I started looking at prices. You know, it's cheaper to buy everything on Amazon, at least out here, because I was talking with Farm Girl, and she was telling me that yeah, everything's so much cheaper out where she's at. I mean, I'm paying a premium price for being out here. That kind of sucks. Okay, so congrats that you have Avery sticker labels to help homesteaders, all folks at color coding organization and such. Now, yes, if you I forgot to mention. So if you sign up for the memberships this month, not only will you get tickets, but until the end of the month, you will also get a free digital download um of the Avery labels. Now, if you're already a member over there, it's already open for you. You get the free download. It's part of being part of the tier, so therefore you've got it. But if you're a new homesteader or a new sovereign operator, you also get access to that as well. Um, so that is a free gift for you that is here for this month. Okay, so for those of you that were wanting something, now you got something. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Sam, you're gonna be fat and happy. Oh, you guys probably want to see Sam, huh? Okay, let's. Yeah, she's gonna. Ah, what's up, Invisible Man? So let's go through here real quick. Hello. Okay, so I see Joanna. I see Beth. I see Chris. Nice to see you, buddy. Occult. Hi to all my. Hey, what's up, Occult? Nice to see you. Um, I know. So miss. Crap. Um, yeah, 75 degrees. It'll be 75 degrees next week. Sunday's finally when the clouds go away. You guys will be getting snow in a few days, so don't think it seems here's the way it seems to work is like a week on, a week off. So you get a week of really nice weather and then you get a week of really extreme weather because it's either 75 degrees here or it's 30 degrees here. Um there's not a lot of wiggle room. Hold on, Sam. Gotta let it cool down. Okay. How is OpenAI different? OpenAI is an LLM. Everything that we have, everything that's coming out is on. I guess it would be considered a new language or an adaptation to Python, but it's just large language models is what it is. So what they're doing is they're compiling all this data, they're putting it together, and then that way, whenever it does a query, kind of like you would through SQL, hold on, it gives you an answer. So people think it's smarter than you. No, if you put all the answers to the test in there, the bot's is gonna pass the test because that's part of the large language model. It's taking a whole amount of data. Now, what you got to do is to change the language enough to where the artificial intelligence can choose to learn subjects on its own. Now we are seeing some hints of this. Have you guys heard about this new material? Basically, it's as light as foam and as strong as titanium, and it like the scientists used AI to create it, and yeah, basically what it did is it folded and bented molecules and all kinds of other stuff, made it real, you know, um, made it gave it the parameters and stuff and said, hey, we're looking for this, can you solve this? And it basically discovered a new offshoot of science by accident as it was producing this, as it was getting everything together, because it compiled all the data. Now that they have deep reasoning, now that's kind of leading it to a point, because once it's able to reason, then it can ask questions. But right now, most of your LLMs, they don't have the ability to reason. But now that we have deep reason out, and you can use on any chatbot, it changes your whole interaction, because it doesn't just compile the data. It uses reasoning skills to be able to get through that. Mm. Um, in other news, I want a channel to help people cope. Well, coping, that's kind of what the other channel I have is for. So essentially, I mean, I don't know. I think I do that. I don't do it very well, but I try. You know, maybe instead of coping, I outline the problem and then I show you how to solve it. Yeah, well, he's in and out. Yeah, super deal. Mm, Sam. Mm. Yeah, okay, so we got the Avery. Have not heard about those adventures. Yeah, I mean, it's getting to a point. 3D printer. I don't know what they're using to do it. But they've created this material, light as foam, strong as titanium. It's weird. There's actually a video out on it. Mm, mm. You join the podcast lovers, Beth, or did you join which one did you join? Because I know you joined over as a digital homesteader. Mm, okay. Personality HQ. Yeah, that's kind of what it's for. I mean, homelessness isn't just a financial issue, and the financial issue is the easy part to fix. What you got to fix is those personality traits, those habits that make you that way to begin with. If you listen to my interview that I did over on, what is it, DJL7 is his call sign. Um, I was explaining to him that I came to this conclusion not because I'm a pretentious dick, but because I've been homeless so many times. I wanted to figure out how to end it and never be homeless again. That's why I did the adverse possession, and then from there, I did a business, and I thought I would never be homeless again, and then it happened. So, there's still some stuff. That's cool, Raj. I hope so. Now, I'd be more interested and motivated if they found some take fives up there and they were giving them away for free. I might figure out a way to get up there without an oxygen mask. Mm. Yes, part Roachback, part Yellow Lab. She's more lab than Ridgeback. Mm. Mm. Oh, dude, Farm Girl got me hooked on those things. Mm. You guys see the drool puddle she has there? Mm. But that is dinner for tonight. Mm. Not bad. Oh, okay. How is for a Farm Girl? Um, um, this yesterday was the last time. Is the last time I'm gonna see her. So where she's at, she's closer to Sholo. She's exactly where she wanted to be. She's closer to Sholo. She's got like grunt work that she can do, and she's got a cheap place to live because she doesn't pay any rent to stay there. So um, that's that's ideal for her. So she won't be coming this way. She says she'll be working because now that the weather's picking up and everything else like that, she thinks she's going to be working a lot. So she says that this will probably be her last time out here. So I don't expect to hear from her. She doesn't seem to even and I don't care about talking to her. I'm kind of I'm not trying to reach out to her either. Yes, you're seeing a real dog. She's eating hamburger mac. Is that good, baby girl? Hold on, guys. All right. But yes, this is an absolutely wonderful day. So okay, I am Kyrgyzstan. There are no dogs. I find that hard to believe because there's dogs everywhere. No, you're done. You're done. Would you like some water? There you go. All right, guys. Let me. Yeah, this morning that wasn't yellow. That was white. I wonder if somebody could make the joke that Mother Nature is racist because snow is white, so therefore snow has white privilege. That's why it's so cold and frigid. I wonder how many of you just laughed your ass off or spit soda out your nose from that. Okay. Hey, what's up, Fisher Robinson? Nice to see you, buddy. Okay, the war has destroyed the lands. There are no dogs in Kyrgyzstan. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I don't know. You kind of need dogs, though, for scavenging. They'll come back. They always will. Oh, they just ate them all there? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, everybody always wants to talk about how bad the black ice is, but nobody ever wants to talk about the white snow. Yeah, tell me about it, Raj. I mean, the black ice, I mean, that's just racist. You know. I ain't got a good one for that one. I ain't that woke. I ain't woke at all. Shit. But anyways, I figure some of you guys might get some amusement out of it. Thanks, Raj. All right. I bet some of my regulars, they're face palming themselves like, Tuck, no, you're gonna lose your channel. All right. Um. Okay, so I was talking about doing a 20. The black ice is very dangerous and scary, and white snow is safe and fluffy. Well, that's just the indoctrination they teach you at school, so that they can so that they can gentrify the black ice. I don't know how valid that one is, but we'll go with that one there. So if anybody wants to join the raffle, there's like a couple ways to do it. Join a YouTube membership, a Patreon membership of Digital Homesteader or higher, or put $10 in per ticket that you want. So all the other tickets get like all the other tickets, like if you get a membership, you get double tickets. So it works like that for all the memberships. If you just want one ticket, $10. There's no maximum, so you can stack. Rails has 4. If you guys, I need to at least have 2 other people join in order to be able to keep it as a contest. Otherwise, I'm just going to grant him the first prize winner and call the rest of it good. You know, but it's nice though. Yeah. Well, you know what? They're taught to be racist from the very beginning. It's the whole white fragility that's been passed down from generation to generation to teach you that that white is pure and that black is evil. When in reality, black is pure and white is evil. Yes, I also live rural, and the prices here are 20 to 30% more. Really? Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, because I mean, it's nice to go get eggs because like I was telling her like she was telling me the eggs had gone down. I guess she's probably paying about $6 or $7 for a dozen of eggs, which is kind of weird that we have to pay such a high premium up here. I mean that's crazy. So I ordered, okay, so my food stamps is like $287, so for $150 or so I've got freeze dried beef stroganoff, which is 10 meals. I got freeze dried chicken casserole, and fuck, I can't remember what the other one was. Stroganoff, chicken casserole. Oh, and chicken Alfredo. So therefore, I've got good meals. They're about 30 to $40 a can. But that's dinner. For breakfast, I got a number 10 can coming of biscuit mix because it's so much cheaper and it's just add water. I mean, the one that I had lasted a couple of months. And if I can go down there because the eggs are now starting to come out and they're regular, if I can get down there and get them at $5 a dozen, I'll probably go through about 10 dozen a week or 10 dozen a month. And so that's like $50. So between that, bread, and so I also got like a 5-pound bucket of peanut butter too. So I got most of my month's food. All I got to do is just go get like the basics or the things that are like off. Like I got to go get bread. I got to go get eggs. I might have to pick up some mayonnaise and some lunch meat. But honestly, I think that even if I kind of was a little bit liberal on the way that I spent, I could very easily still have like an extra 20-30 bucks left over versus what I dealt with this month because I bought all my food in town. The last 8 days, if it wasn't for me kind of storing up food from all the different food banks that I've been to, it would have been a whole different story. So tonight I was eating beef from the food bank. So they gave us a pound of beef and a can of chicken. And then you can only come back twice a month, but you have to have a car. So I won't be able to go back to the food bank again, which kind of sucks unless I can find a ride. So I'll only get 2 small stores, so they charge what they want. I get eggs for free though. Tommy, yeah, there's 2 stores here. There's the Jiffy store, and then there's the Family Dollar. Um, and you can buy eggs for $5 a dozen, either at the feed place because they exchange it for feed, or you can buy it at the grocery store. But yeah, the grocery store has them before the feed store has them though, because I think that's a smart move, anyways. But yeah, if the grocery store doesn't have them, I'm gonna go over to the feed store. Otherwise, I'm going without eggs for the week. But I'm gonna have to go in and buy like 2 dozen or so eggs every once a week and get a couple loaves of bread, maybe some mayonnaise and some lunch meat. But everything else I have is pretty good. I mean, I think that I've got myself budgeted out. I have a variety. One of the things I hated about being on trails, you can only carry so much food, and you're trying to, put your month's worth of food or at least a few weeks worth of food so that you can get from place to place. And it was kind of hard to get that set up. But now that I know that I can cook eggs and have pancakes every morning for breakfast, man, at least until I get tired of it, and then I'll probably just go to cereal. And I have the Nido milk for that, so all I need to do is buy some cereal. So I might even just get like a big old bag of cereal and hold on to that for the month. So on times when I don't want to eat eggs, I can eat cereal. Or, I can have a bologna and egg sandwich or something. I don't know. Take a breath, Tuck. Take a drag off your smoke. Oh, am I talking too fast? Do I want grass? If are you talking about the green grass or are we talking about devil's lettuce? If we're talking about devil's lettuce, no, I'm good. If you want to get paid, take your phone to the police station and stand on the public sidewalk and film the police. You know what? I've heard that because there's a guy he's a First Amendment auditor. Yeah, now he's so well known that the police pull up, they know it's him, they leave him alone, but anybody else they'll mess with. Sue them when they violate. Yeah, they're handing out lawsuits all day, every day. Yes, yeah, that is true. But these Trump has given them more immunity. So by them getting more immunity, they could still deny you due process as long as they have a good enough cover story. Then everything's good. So grass for garden. Yes, I would love to have some green grass instead of this yellow shit because apparently it never turns green. Oh, by the way, what's up, Mike? What's up, Craig? Nice to see you, buddy. Wisconsin Wolverine. Okay. What's going on? Shane, you're right. So you're right. Yes. The hardest part is enforcing it, and then the amount of bureaucratic bullshit you got to go through. I mean, honestly, you should, if you know how to handle due process, you send them one letter, you follow up, send them a second letter. They don't follow that letter, you take it to court. It should be 3-day process. I mean, and all in all, you should be able to run a legal process from start to end within 30 days. No, it's going to take at least 60 to 90 days minimum just to do the process. And then you got to wait up to 6 weeks to get into to get in before a judge, because then you have to file suit. And then once you go there, then you got to do a mediation, because I sued some people and I had to go through this process. So then you go through the mediation, and then if you don't settle it in mediation, because this is how they're trying to keep courses or cases out of the court. So if you don't settle it in mediation, then it goes to trial, and then you got to pay a trial fee. Now, the cool thing is that the loser has to pay everybody's legal fees. So my legal fees and his legal fees. And so as long as I win, I don't have to worry about it. So if you want to be able to do it, and because a lot of people say, well, we don't have access to the courts, it costs money. You can set up a deferment. You can go in there and file anything you want, and they will give you a deferment and a payment plan for it. So they will not deny you access to justice. There's a lot of people that will say that they do, but they don't. So, the old who's watching the watcher. Yeah, I agree with you, Craig. But the thing is how. Hey, what's up, Bucknut? Nice to see you. Messages and questions. Yes, please be in all caps. Okay. Oh, cool. You put my Trump can't change that. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing is the immunity clause allows a police officer to do more and not have to face consequences. So if they see probable cause or a reason to be able to silence your right. So for example, here's how they're silencing panhandlers. They're silencing panhandlers by telling them that that as soon as you're by you standing there, you're obstructing traffic, and so therefore they put an ordinance in there for that. So that's designed for the homeless, but they say that it's not. And then on top of that, they will if you step into traffic, they give you another ticket for doing that. And this is how they keep the panhandle. Like in Orlando, this is what they do. So and in a lot of cities, especially throughout Florida. So yes, I know you know this, Mike. I'm sure you do. So, you the hype that makes excuses for yourself. Okay. Um. Okay. Go get paid. No, Mike, I'm not. I don't do bait and switch, because in a way, if they catch you baiting and switching, even though you're auditing them and catching them doing something wrong, there's enough cases out there about bait and switch. And if I'm just doing it as part of my natural course of business, yes. But if I'm doing it to get paid, that's a bait and switch. And there are there are protections from that. The police can do it to you, but you cannot do it to them. That's the rule. So, um, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's a troll. He's just a cop hater. So if you start telling him Blue Lives Matter, it'll probably piss him off. Mm. Now, uh, I like that. Okay, so we're having fun with a troll. I don't know. We'll be fun. You like Blue Line? Nah, I'm. Here's the thing. I've been all over this country. I've had many interactions with police in my travels. Just natural course. You're walking through something, crap, you get caught up. Never any like major charges or anything else like that. Uh, yeah, where did the cop touch you? Oh, you woke up Bucknut. You're about to get entertained. Okay, so but the thing is there's a lot of good cops out there that want to do their job right. The thing is once you come across a dirty cop, you'll never trust a cop again. Even though the percentage of dirty cops even though it's gotten higher over the years, it's still not as significant enough to encompass the majority of police. So on one hand, I don't like them, I don't trust them because I've come across dirty cops, 3 of them in my travels, and I'm not very happy about that. I've had one tell me fuck the Constitution. I've had one say that I made a confession out of me when I didn't even make it. Um, and I just had, yeah, I've ran across a few of them. I've even had one try and extort me. Um, there are some dirty cops out there, and they will hide behind the blue shield, and they will get protected by everybody. But the reality is that I would say at least 70% of the cops that you're going to come into interaction with are are good cops. At least they're trying to be. I'd say about 30% of them are ones you should be weary of, because if you stroke their ego the wrong way, they're going to do some stuff. So, um, okay, once you lose your fear of jail, cops have lost their power over you. Um, yeah, as a hobo, I'd figure out once or twice a year in jail, free room and board. Yeah, I knew a kid that said that. It's like, yeah, what, you're offering me free room and board, and you're calling that a penalty? Okay, go for it. I knew a kid that used to do that. He man, he was he was a snarky little shit, but I liked him. Um, so you broke the law and went to jail. Yeah, makes sense. Now you don't like cops. Makes sense. Most don't like the consequences of their irresponsible actions. Mm, mm. So, um, so they all dirty? No, they're not all dirty. Like I said, I lived with PBSO, in a boot camp for a year and jail for a year. Okay. Um, I don't know who PBSO is. Okay. Um, I know the legal shit behind it. Okay. Well then, Mike. All right. Well then, you have fun with this, man, because Bucknut's gonna have a blast with you. I'm kind of entertained because honestly, guys, if you guys want some real entertainment, watch Bucknut, man. He when yeah, Palm Beach Sheriff's Office. Oh, okay. They have a bad reputation to begin with, if I'm correct. Um, yeah, they're very militant. Some areas, some jurisdictions will let you get it. I was the first dirty cop I met was a sheriff's deputy in Palm Coast. We were down near Cape Canaveral, and yeah, that was the first one. He told me fuck the Constitution. um which is kind of weird considering the Constitution makes the sheriff the most popular man in the world. But anyways, let's get on a new subject. I don't, um, yeah, I don't really. What benefit do you get from being a victim, Mike? Well, he gets a lot of nice stuff from, yeah, from society. They'll coddle him and stuff like that. But anyways, it looks like we're having some fun, guys. Mm. Um, so just to give you a little bit of an update, change the subject. Deputy McDougal. Okay. Um, so Bucknut has been asking me to color code my stuff. And now that he sent me the Olight strip and I got it set up, and Bucknut, I didn't realize that the Olight app was where I needed to do it. I thought it would be its own special app because usually that's the way it works. I'm really impressed with Olight, man. I want to I want to do more with them. I see why you like them so much. They are absolutely wonderful. So now that I can do it, so I was able to play with the colors and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do green when I talk about making money. I'm gonna do blue when I'm talking about either, like solutions, business solutions, things like that. And then I'm going to start doing red when I'm talking about current events. And I'm going to start doing my recordings at night now that cuz in a couple of days it's going to get warm again, and we should be, I think we're out of it. This is April, so I think we're out of the worst of it. Um so I'm thinking I'll have a lot more time at night to do that. And so I stay up till midnight anyways. I might as well do some recordings then and save my daytime for other things. Um, do all 7 people you take care of have your levels of problems with cops? Oh, okay. Um, mm, um, If Earth were the flat, cats would have knocked everything off by now. Yeah. Well, you know, I have fun with this guy, Jeremy. Keep going. I'm enjoying this. But oh, by the way, so you guys have been hearing me talk about, like, I think that my skin is getting dry. That's why it's itching. But also, when I was on trail, this is where I would get eaten up by mosquitoes. So, some of you guys hear me talk about like some of my natural stuff that I do. I gotta go get it, but I gotta hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta go grab some tea tree. Um, oh, it's right here. All right, perfect. So you can get this through DoTerra, but this is through Essence Oils. Okay. This was a gift sent to me by a subscriber, and quite frankly, I really, really enjoy it. So if you really want to apply it and stuff like that, because this stuff is what people use for if you have any skin irritation, you want to use some sort of tea tree oil. So I just put a couple of drops. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, an extra one. And then I just rub it in like that, and then all the itching goes away, right? Pretty much immediately. And so I've been putting it on both of my elbows. I only have to apply it every couple of days, which is nice. But I've been putting it on both of my elbows for a while now, and it stopped them from itching so damn much. It's kind of nice. Ah. And dude, when I scratch my skin, it's so dry and ashy. It's crazy. Okay. So, and now I get to smell like Melaleuca. Whew, whew. There's some dirt on it. Okay. We have a serious mental health problem in this world. Oh, you're just now realizing that, Chris? I could have told you that a long time ago. Um, um, DoTerra, someone send you oils? Yes. Yes, a subscriber, somebody within the community. Because if you ever want to drop ship me something, you just send it to Friar Tuck, PO Box 212, Concho, Arizona 85924. It'll get to me. But if you want to, and you got to send it through the post office, don't worry about sending it through UPS or FedEx because it won't get here. And it needs to go through the post office. It'll be cheaper anyways. Because yeah, my old man just to get UPS, which still had to do the final mile from Sholo to here. I think yeah, it still took it, and like it cost them extra. If he would have just done the post office, it'd have cost him like 60-70% less. But anyways, yeah, just if you want to send me something, like I love essential oils, especially through DoTerra. I like the On Guard oil, which should be which is this right here. So you guys hear me talk about having an abscess and stuff like that. For the last week, I've been dealing with an abscess, and part of it is I need to get some extra sleep. Part of it that I was using was ibuprofen to kind of help keep the fevers and stuff like that low. But this On Guard right here, basically like 3 days of applying it reduced it by about 80%, and it's back down to normal. And I keep applying some to it every day now. I want to see if I can use On Guard to completely get it out or what. But anyways, so this is DoTerra here, as you guys see. So that's DoTerra, and then this is their On Guard formula. So it has it's like cinnamon, clove, lemon, orange, eucalyptus. It has all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's got clove in it, and the clove is a numbing agent. But also, when I get sick, when I had my janitorial business, I ended up getting caught with some weed on me on the way to a job site because we were going from Dallas all the way down to Houston to do an urban air. Like I think it was like about 45,000 square foot post construction cleaning. And so, I brought my amenables with me, and I decided, or we ended up getting pulled over because my tail light burnt out. Well, as I'm looking for my stuff, my weed pops out. But anyways, I ended up going into jail, and I got out the next day. She had to come pick me up. My business partner was running the job site, and I ended up getting the crud. I was like, dude, I'm down.
and I thought I would be down for like a week or two, but like 3 treatments of this. So 5 drops in the morning, 5 drops in the evening, 5 drops the next morning, completely burned it out of my system to where I was able to be up and functional. And the last half of that job, because it usually takes about a week to do one of those, um, that last half of that job I was able to be there, be functional, and run the job site. So, um, you guys are having fun. Enjoy it. Attack. So, spray and pray. Brokies. Okay. I would go to Mexico for dental work. Simply not yanked. No big argument with dentists. Also yanked some of them myself. I've been thinking about that. Maybe not going down to Mexico, but just starting to get them pulled. Because right now, if I want to, I can pay $50 through Amazon to do the telehealth, and all they're going to be sending me is like a amoxicillin, anyways. And so they send that to me via the mail because they prescribe it to me, so I don't even have to leave here, and I can go down to the post office and get it. But it's going to cost me like $75, which really isn't bad if you don't have health insurance and you just need to da da da. And if I can get the doctor to give me like 3 or 4 refills to save me some money, I'm sure he will. And then I'll just, whenever I need it, I call in one of the refills. So, um, I yanked teeth as a kid just fine. Yeah, well, that was as a kid though. You had your kid's teeth, man. You tie it to a doorknob and slam it shut. Or as my stepdad did one time, took a pair of pliers and yank. I mean that's the way they used to do it back in the day. But yeah. So, but anyways, that's just kind of the way it is. Uh, but anyways, yeah, if you guys are ever interested in oils and you guys want me to talk about them, just ask questions and I will share with you because quite frankly, a lot of my health, one of the cool things about doing natural, like kind of looking to use the nature as a way to be able to heal yourself versus chemistry is that your body is going to react to not only medication different, but the way that you react to the oils is much different. So the first time you start trying the oils, especially if you're taking medications, and you're taking a lot of Tylenol, a lot of ibuprofen, or whatever, your body isn't going to immediately accept it. You're going to have to detox off of those medications. Now you better ask your doctor if it's okay. Because like if you're on heart medication, I don't want to be the guy that gets you. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. But for the most part, the average person, if you're under 30, under 35, you should be healthy enough to be able to do something like this. I still don't take any major medications other than some antibiotic every once in a while. Past that, I don't think I've ever had. I've never taken. I haven't taken a major medication in over 15 years. But the thing is, now that I don't do the medication, whenever I use the oils, I get almost an instant reaction in a lot of times. Versus when you're trying to detox, you're not getting a lot of it there. That's just something for you guys to take into consideration when you use essential oils. Is that if you are taking medications and stuff like that, your body's not going to absorb it as quick. And one of the things I learned from one of my clients is because I had to stop using uh, uh, eco-friendly chemicals when I was cleaning her house because she uh, uh, she was on this heart medication and her doctor told her that by using the natural stuff that it might counteract her medicine and cause her fatal results. So I had to use like soft scrub instead of doTERRA like I like to use. So I think he left, Bucknut. Natural so much better, but sometimes you have to take pills. Yeah, there are instances when you have to take pills, and I'm not against it, but I think that so many people are too busy giving up their agency and their ability to understand their own body and their own health by going to an outside individual. Take it some time and try and figure it out on yourself. Once it gets to a point where you can't do that, then you go see a medical professional. As you get older, as you experience more things, you will understand. You got a broken arm, go to a medical professional. You got a cut, and you could go get Neosporin, or you could go get something like eucalyptus, or you could use tea tree oil or whatever. There's all kinds of different stuff. But your most people's first reaction is to run to a doctor, get a pill, and that will fix everything. And instead of realizing that, hey, maybe you may need to make some changes, such as me, part of keeping my anxiety down, I had to make some changes, you know. And most people would rather take a pill than be responsible enough to make the changes. So, oops, did I type? My Dr. Granny had lots of home cures that worked well, still used. Yeah, I mean, you came from an era where they did a lot of that stuff, but a lot of the stuff that they show nowadays really it's lost knowledge. I think not a lot of it gets passed down, and the people that have the knowledge aren't really sharing it. You could go to school for it and all this other stuff, but there's value in experience. Pills can be fun when given to you by a stranger at a party. Yes, they can be, Bucknut. You're going to, you're going, we're going to debugs a girl on for dear life. Might be a ruby, might be a blood pressure meds. That's the fun. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, somebody hands you something. Here, try this. Next thing you know, yeah, $1,000 later, yeah. So, but that's kind of the way it works out. Um, all right. So I have a question for you guys. Tell me which title you like more. Um, 3 easy ways to make money online in 2025, or three easy ways to make money with your phone in 2025. Which do you think is a more interesting topic? One or two? I'm just curious what you guys think because that's the next video that I'm working on too. Make money online with your phone. Okay. All right. Yeah, because there's some stuff in there. It's like, yeah, I've done that one. Oh yeah, I've done that one. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know about that one. So I don't know. So Mikey left when we were talking about teeth. Probably. So okay, so we got two. Okay, making money by being easy on your phone. Making money by being easy on your phone. Ah, that's funny, Bucknut. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not opening up one of those accounts. But yeah, there are ways. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. How about simply 3 easy ways to make money? Because it's about 3 easy ways to make money because it's you're using your essentially you're using your phone or you're using a website. Some of it's apps, some of it's websites, some of it's both. So when he smiled, it looked like he was throwing up gang signs. Oh dear God, what have I got? What have I started? Okay. Um. So, but anyways, so Beth, yeah, okay, so I got that going. All right. So it looks like 3 easy ways to make money with your phone in 2025. Nifty trick. Okay. Um, via phone sounds top shelf. Um, yeah. Um, okay, yeah, because like and I'll tell you one of them right off the bat because I used them. I've actually talked about this one. It's regional, so each region has its own app. But on the in the deep south, you're going to be looking at something called Shift Smart. ShiftSmart. Shift Smart. Okay. You're gonna have to do your registration online, which you can still do on your phone with an internet connection. And then once you do that, it's an app on your phone. That's where you get your gigs. That's where you get your pay. That's when you withdraw. Like you can leave your pay in there for days if you want and stack it up and just take it out once a week, or you can take it out every day. You get to pick and choose your schedule. So, okay, I want to work. So if you're trying to get your hustle on, because this is what I first started doing while I was working, while I was staying with my parents. This is how I was making money. Was I was doing Shift Smart. I was going on site to Circle K, and then I started doing their surveys and their whatchamacallit, their secret shoppers. And they would all pay, and you'd make 40 to 60 bucks a day. I mean, I'm sure they're paying more now. Um, but it require you can do it. There were people that were doing it on their phone, and you can do it on your phone. but you can also do it with a computer. So I don't know. Shift smart, yes, that's a good, yeah. Becoming self-sufficient with your phone in 3 steps. You know what? That's not bad. Hold on, hold on a second, guys. All right, I saved that. Let's see. Let's hope. Oh, it's secret shopping. Um, yeah, how to trick girls into living in a trailer in the Arizona desert. Um, Trick girls. I've never tricked anyone. At least not that I'm aware of. Uh, so shit. That was supposed to be used for coffee. Oh well. But okay. Does anybody have finesse? Um, yeah, really. Well, you know what? You just start playing with your beard like this, and then all of a sudden she goes, "Ooh." You know, I mean, I get double points because I'm a redhead and I've got a beard. You know, but most if you got a beard, that's good enough. So, um, I've had folks hand me money because I look like a crippled old man. Easiest money I ever made. Yeah, Desert Prince Charming. Yeah, no, I'm anything but Prince Charming. Um, I just honestly, it's like I want people around me, but I don't. I want to be able to go interact with people when I want to, but for the most part, just leave me alone. I want to be by myself. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to anybody. Da, 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 unless it's on my terms. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like this time coming out, um, this time coming out on the streets made me more antisocial than I think I've ever been in my whole entire life. So, Tuck, I heard there's a van giving away take 5 candy bars, but you've got to take a little ride. Oh, a ride? Where are we going? Prince Frog. Okay, it's not gay if you don't like it. Robbery by Friar Tuck. That's funny, but hey, I got an unlimited supply of Take Five, so why not? You know, I'm not some cheap trick. You know, I'm a high dollar hoe. So, um, I bet people are gonna be watching this going, "What the fuck's going on?" Okay, Tuck is always up for a ride. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Bucknut. I walked into that one. Mm, so, but anyways, take 5 inches. Oh dear God, here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ, Bucknut. You having fun yet? I might have to have another cigarette after this one. Uh, 5 inches around. Oh dear God. Best dessert in the desert. Oh, Beth, you're not supposed to be helping them out. Okay. Question is the ride short or long, Tuck? Yeah, that's a good question. I hope he's a 2 pump chump. That way it's quick and easy and the best best money I ever made. So, yeah. I guess you can hope for the worst and expect the best. Or no, hope for the best and expect the worst. Next thing you know, it's a marathon 3 days later. You're like, it's a parachute by now. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. So, uh, yeah, and this almost sounds like my conversations with Paul now. So, hold on. That dude was my fluffer. I'm ready to go now. And no toys to play with. Oh dear God. Well, don't you have a wife? So let your wife stick in on that. Okay, guys. This is the normal time in which we get off. I've kind of got to do some stuff to get prepared for tonight because it's going to be freezing in the next couple of days and it will not be warm again until Sunday. So I need to get some stuff prepared. Easy phone money plan. Just the sound is good. Yeah, really. Um, he won't raise bottom, but it'll bang the hell out. Oh, Wow, Bucknut. I don't know what to say to that one. All right, guys. If you've enjoyed if you've enjoyed this adult theater session, I hope you know too bad none of y'all can read this in replay. Night, have a good one, Tuck Beth Sam Bucknut Rails. All right, you guys have a good one too. I will see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat